In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers died mysteriously in the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. Their bodies were found scattered across the snow, some half-dressed, one missing her tongue, others with internal injuries that defied explanation. This is the real-life mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident. But what if the truth was far worse than anyone dared to imagine? In early 1959, a group of university students led by Igor Dyatlov set off on a challenging winter trek through the Ural Mountains. They were well prepared, experienced, and in good spirits, documenting their journey with photos and diaries. They never made it back. Weeks later, a search party discovered their tent, ripped open from the inside. Footprints led away into the woods, barefoot in sub-zero temperatures. The bodies were found over a kilometer from the camp, some with shattered ribs and skulls, but no external wounds. One woman's eyes and tongue were missing. The cause of death was officially listed as a compelling natural force. That's the official version. But there was one thing not listed in the report, something that only one man ever spoke about before he vanished. In 1976, a Soviet journalist named Andrei Petrov began digging into the Dyatlov case. He'd heard rumors of military involvement, experimental weapons, even alien interference. But what intrigued him most was a page torn from one of the hikers' diaries. A page that mentioned whispering voices in the trees and a shadow with no form. The diary was never made public. It had been stored in a classified government archive. Petrov pulled strings, paid bribes, and finally got access to a retired colonel who worked on the case. What the old man told him would haunt him forever. In 1990, a woman named Tatyana Sokolov came forward claiming her uncle had been part of the original Soviet retrieval team that found the bodies. He'd returned from the mission a broken man, mute, paranoid, and terrified of snow. He left behind a journal. In it, he wrote of strange tracks found near the camp, massive footprints, inhuman in shape, that circled the tent. One entry stood out. It watches from the trees. The moment you see it, it already owns your voice. The whisper takes root in your mind. He described a night when the rescue team camped near the site. One by one, they began to hear something. A soft whisper, like wind through dry leaves. Then came the dreams. Vivid visions of a creature made of smoke and bone, with a voice that promised warmth and delivered death. Only 3 men returned to base. The others were said to have fallen into crevasses. But the survivors never spoke again. In 2019, a group of hikers retraced the Dyatlov route to honor the 60th anniversary of the tragedy. One of them, an American named Jamie Cross, live-streamed their journey. Everything went fine until the 3rd night. That's when viewers noticed strange glitches in the video. Flickers of static, audio distortions, like someone whispering in a language no one could identify. Then the group went dark for 36 hours. When they reappeared, they claimed a storm had forced them off course. But Cross later uploaded a video that quickly went viral. In it, he sits in a cabin, eyes hollow, hands shaking. There was something in the snow. It doesn't want to be seen, but it wants to be heard. And once you hear it, it's too late. He never posted again. His account was deleted, and no one has heard from him since. Locals near the Dyatlov Pass tell stories even today. They say the mountain, known by the Mansi people as Kholat Syakhl, Mountain of the Dead, is cursed, that sometimes, late at night, you can hear voices in the wind. Not screams, not cries, whispers. The Mansi believe in a spirit called the Yugra. It lives in the ice, they say, and feeds on those who enter its land uninvited. It does not kill with force, but with fear. It seeps into your mind. It makes you see things that are not there, and miss what is. It does not chase you. It waits, because once you know it's there, you begin to listen. Maybe what happened in 1959 was never meant to be explained. Maybe the hikers weren't victims of an avalanche or cold, but of something older, something hidden in the snow, and maybe, just maybe, it still waits. So if you ever find yourself alone in the mountains, and the wind begins to whisper your name, don't answer, because it already knows you're listening.